Alrighty, guys, we got some software stuff to look at today, so I hope we're all ready for that. But before I start, hello, Allison, and thank you for watching these videos, and I really hope you're subscribed. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Now, if you guys are like me, lately on TikTok, I've been seeing a lot of like these weather chaser guys. They're sitting there, they're watching storms and whatnot when they're happening down in the southern states, and they got the radar pulled up and they're going over it and whatnot, and it'll look something like that. Now, if you're also like me, you like to comment and say, hey, what software are you using? What are you using to track that storm? Whether it's an app or an actual program. A program, my cat's eating my fucking cords again. A program on the computer, an app on your phone or tablet or whatnot. What are we using to track this? Because it looks pretty cool. And, just your normal guy, you just want to try to do it yourself, right? And it occurred to me that those assholes like to gatekeep the software. So I took it upon myself to, do some digging. And I came across a really great free, most importantly, open source application for Windows, and I think it's on Linux and some other things. Linux and Windows right now. But really good software for messing around with that. So these guys, they like to use GR2 Analysis 3. Now, that is a paid software. I just have it downloaded as a free trial because I was kind of going, over the differences and whatnot between the two. So I didn't pay for it. I'm not paid to use it, and nobody told me to put it in this video. I just wanted to say that I have used it. For those of you in the comments, I'll say, oh, well, that's not paid. It's bullshit. It's junk. It's a garbage software, blah, 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 blah. Secondly, I'd like to make this video to kind of help these people install it, and just some info that I have figured out that I was searching for over the past 3 or 4 days setting this up or trying to get it to work. How do I install it? How do I set my home point? How do I find my radar stations, my local radar? What are place files? What do they do? How can I get them to work for me? So those are some questions I had, and that's what I'm going to address today. So let's jump right into it. So Supercell Wx, Google it. It's free. It's very, very, very awesome. I love it, right? It's pretty cool. I am a big fan of it, just compared to some other softwares that I've used. So basically, you download it and install it just like anything else, right? You have supercellwx.net. You can, if you have Windows like I have, you can just click the download for Windows. Now, it'll download, it'll bring you to the installer. It looks like just like any other installer. However, and Supercell does have, on their website here, that it may bring up a Windows security box, saying that, Windows doesn't recognize the software, so it's going to throw an error, but you can just hit dismiss and install it anyways. That's what I did. It's perfectly safe, perfectly fine to do. After that, blah, 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 it installs just like anything else, really. Now, if you get an error, it would most likely be you need the most recent up-to-date version of C++ for Windows. It's right here. If you need it, just click download and install that, and it'll go through. But basically, they got the Linux binaries, app images, all that good stuff down below. So what do you do after you install it? Well, let me just get it. Oops, wrong screen. Let me just get it pulled up here. All right. So drag drop that over here. So now I'm in Green Bay, Wisconsin. That's my hometown. I have it set up right now for reflectivity, and velocity. So reflectivity and velocity on this screen. Obviously, there's nothing in our area right now. It's quite sunny and nice out. But you'll go through, you'll have to download an app API. They make it or a map API, They make it very easy to do, very straightforward, which I like about this software. Easy to use, being a newbie, to set up and just look at it. It's pretty cool. So we're going to go, Let's see. There's nothing really going on today. It's quite quiet. I guess that's a good thing. But we're gonna go over to this area, and we're just gonna look at this storm that's going on. So I'll turn my track on. I'm using a live view. You can have your custom loop times, all that great stuff. Reflectivity and velocity. We can zoom in kind of if you're looking for hook echoes or anything like that. Basically, it gives you your level 2 and your level 3 products. Obviously, your level 2 is better and more preferred just because it's more raw data, I guess, like that. It's not as processed as level 3 product is. Level 1 product, you don't even want to see that. That's a mess. That's before it gets processed. At least that's what I've come to understand. But yeah, this is it. Once you have it set up, you have your elevations and all that stuff. And I'm not going to go into, all like the technicalities of it. You guys, if you're interested in it, like I was, probably research it. There's a lot of stuff on like the NOAA website or the NOAA website to, kind of look at, and it gives you the definitions and whatnot. And Supercell has a very extensive, I guess, descriptions and whatnot on their website too, of what all these things mean, all the products mean. So I looked at that yesterday. Very helpful. And if you're, curious about this at all, it really does pay to check it out. It's very helpful, very insightful, and they did a great job. But yeah, so this is it, and I've just been kind of messing around with it. It gives you the warning boxes, the these little lines right here, which would be the storm tracks. So to forecast it, right? So where the path of the storm basically is what that is. So setting this up. When I installed GR2, right? When I installed this guy right here, there's always a thing for place files. So I'm like, what is a place file, right? What's a place file do when we're talking about this type of software? Well, a place file. Think of a place file for like this stuff. It's like an add-on, right? It's like a DLC. Right? Like it's extra features for it. So I have one example. I didn't really get too into that because I'm still, learning about it myself. But so for example, I have 20-minute lightning from Place File Nation. I have that installed right here. So the E is enable and the T, I'm not sure what the T does, but the E is, if we enable it, it'll show the lightning tracks over the past 20 minutes of the storm we're looking at right now. If I turn it off, it shuts it off. This one, I'm not sure what this one does. I have it installed. I think it's velocity color or the reflectivity color of it, because you can like download different color schemes for like your storms and whatnot. If there's something you're used to, you're not used to, you want to see, you don't want to see. So I don't notice a difference ever if it's on or off, but I also don't want to delete it because yeah, I don't know exactly what it's doing. But yeah, that's really all I know, and I'm still actively learning and messing around with this. Installing it was very upfront and easy. It's free, and I saw a lot of people on Reddit kind of this actually looks pretty intense right here. A lot of velocity in there right now. But anyways, yeah, it's neat. Now, if I can compare it, I'll minimize this. I'll open GR2 up. Yeah, nothing really going on. Nothing going on here. I don't know. I guess where else? There's a lot of it. Where the heck is it? Algorithms, like the algorithms, all that, like I just didn't know how to use it. It was like not as, where did the warnings box go? What the heck? No, show warnings on the, all right, here. All right, there we go. I'm looking at roof. I'm looking at velocities. I think this is what we were just looking at. Yeah, it is. So like this software, give you like your hail size and whatnot. Can I pull? Am I pulling right now? I am pulling. All right. So this is actually severe thunderstorm warning. I mean, you pretty much have the same thing, right? You know, you have your products on the side. I think this is all level 2 data. I'm fairly certain, but you know, you have your velocity, you have all this stuff, you have your tilts. Ooh, right there is looking pretty kittywampus, but yeah, let's pray for them. But anywho, yeah, I mean it's really kind of it for me. I know, so like I have some like lightning place file. I think I have some lightning place files. I do. Okay, yep. So I have the NWS alerts, and I have gusts. I can turn the gusts on. You know, you can see there's nothing really being reported right here, but 25 mile an hour, 23 mile an hour, 32 mile an hour. You know, as the storm's moving in that area. Obviously, it'll pick up as the storm gets closer to wherever these are taking their measurements from, but that's just kind of, you know, kind of what it does. You know, and it gives you, like the nice like alert, you know, everybody that's on an alert, right? But this is, you know, again, you can add all this onto your free software, which is right here, and it'll work pretty much just the same. Plus, you could set it up for grid, which is nice. You know, you have your storm tracks without any place files is nice. And yeah, so I that's kind of, I just figured, you know, it's really, you know, I guess it was a lot easier for me to set up and mess around with, especially being new at this software. And just because I wasn't able to find a lot of info on the software, you know, out there besides like older forum posts and Reddit posts and whatnot, but like nothing really, and it's like, oh, well, like this is like kind of straightforward. This is kind of what it does, right? So that's kind of what I wanted, like what's a place file? I wasn't able to like find anything like this is what a place file is. This is why you want a place file, and this is what it does once it's installed. And all a place file is, it's just a link you add in there, I'm pretty sure, as far as I know, and it gives you some extra features, shaders, whatever you want to call it, as far for this weather software. So yeah, we're not gatekeeping it here on the channel. That's again Supercell Wx. I'll link it down in the description of this video if you guys want to download it. GR2, I mean that's pretty cool too, but you have to pay for it once your trial's up. A lot of the software for, you know, this stuff is all trial based, and it's whatever. That's why, you know, like when I see those TikTokers, they're always like, oh, well, what software are you using? Because like if it's free software, why wouldn't you? And they gatekeep the fuck out of it. They don't want to tell you what it is. They don't want to share it with you so you can mess around with it. They want to keep their, you know, protect their source of income. So why would they share the software so you can just look it up and mess around with it versus watch them, which is pretty much what it breaks down to, which is a shitty thing to do because there's a lot of people that, you know, think this type of stuff is interesting and they want to, you know, set it up and mess with it, you know, as a hobbyist and on their own time. So yeah, I hope you get a little better idea of what this stuff does from this video, and maybe I'll make another video about it as I get it set up a little better for myself. There's some things that I like, the velocity shaders that I'd like just to, you know, look for like hook echoes and stuff like that. And again, I'm just using terms I just hear. I don't know about this. I'm just talking about it. But yeah, maybe once I get it set up a little better and have a little better understanding myself, I can do like a complete tutorial. I'll uninstall it and then reinstall it and reinstall, you know, the place files and stuff like that I use. Because you could find videos about it, but they're, well, some are pretty good. There's a couple guys on there that had some good ones, but some are pretty not good either. So to each their own. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about today. Saturday, 1:50 p.m. We're just starting the down, easing into the night. I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend, a fantastic day, and as always, be safe, don't drink and drive, and that's about it. See ya.